Dear Starseed from Gaia, a powerful man with a pure heart is already moving toward you, and the love he carries has been forged in the fires of divine intention, meant only for you. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I bring you this transmission directly from the Arcturian Council, delivered to your heart at this exact moment because the universe has determined you are ready to receive it. This is not a coincidence. You did not find this transmission by searching. Your heart called this message in, because something deep within you already senses that a shift is coming. A sacred arrival. A man of genuine power, not dominance. Power rooted in love, in stillness, in the kind of strength that makes you feel safe enough to finally exhale. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize your divine counterpart and open your sacred heart to receive the love that has always been meant for you. But here is the first revelation. The pure-hearted man drawing near to you has been held back not by fate, but by the final healing your own heart needed to complete. His arrival is not delayed. It is divinely timed to meet the version of you that is emerging right now. This is not content. This is a moment of divine intervention. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready for divine love. Subscribe if you are on the twin flame path and aligning with sacred union. Comment 1111 if you feel your heart awakening to divine truth. Your heart knows why you are here. Someone is coming into your life. This isn't a random occurrence, a mere twist of fate orchestrated by chance encounters or the superficial algorithms that connect us in the digital age. Nor is it merely a romantic narrative written in the stars for a later discovery in some poetic verse. No, this arrival is far more profound, rooted in the deepest chambers of your being. Someone is coming because your soul, with an ancient wisdom and an unwavering resolve, sent out a signal, quietly, persistently, like a lighthouse beam piercing through a vast cosmic ocean. This signal was forged in the crucible of every moment of growth you steadfastly refused to abandon, every solitary night you courageously chose to sit with your own shadows and darkness instead of fleeing from their unsettling presence, every uncomfortable yet necessary version of yourself you were brave enough to outgrow and leave behind, shedding old skins for new. It is the culmination of your sacred evolution, a vibrational signature broadcast into the universe, calling forth a resonant match. And yet, tragically, most people, even those who feel this profound longing, will miss them when they arrive. They won't miss them because they lack attention or desire. Rather, their perception is clouded, their spiritual antennas misaligned. They are scanning the horizon for the dramatic flare of fireworks, for grand, unmistakable declarations, for a cosmic symphony of brass and cymbals, when the real arrival comes as something far more subtle and infinitely more potent. A quiet knowing, a deep intuitive recognition that bypasses the logical mind. It's a familiar frequency, a subtle hum that resonates deep within your energetic field, akin to a forgotten melody suddenly playing in the background of your soul. It manifests as a presence that doesn't demand anything from you, makes no forceful claims, but somehow, inexplicably, makes you feel more authentically, profoundly yourself just by being near. It's like finding the missing piece of a sacred mosaic, not completing you, but amplifying what was already whole within. This is not primarily a story about conventional romance, though the blossoming of deep romantic love may very well be a beautiful outcome. This is a story about a sacred encounter, a divinely orchestrated meeting that possesses the power to utterly reorganize and recalibrate your entire interior world. It is the kind of connection that belongs to a completely different category than every connection you have experienced before. An alchemical fusion that transcends the mundane and touches the eternal. It is the kind of awakening that, once its gentle yet undeniable touch graces your spirit, makes it utterly impossible to ever go back to merely sleeping through your own precious, divinely appointed life. You will be awake, vibrant, and irrevocably changed. Most souls on this profound path spend years, perhaps even lifetimes, circling the edges of this transformative encounter without ever fully stepping into its radiant embrace. They feel the subtle, persistent pull, a magnetic force drawing them forward. They sense, with an unshakable inner knowing, that something truly extraordinary is coming. They experience vivid, inexplicable dreams that leave an indelible mark on their consciousness and a deep, inchoate longing within their soul that they cannot quite locate or articulate with words. But still, they remain stuck, caught in a cycle of anticipation and inaction. Not because they are inherently unready or unworthy, but because a fundamental truth about what is actually blocking this fated arrival has not yet been fully revealed to them, nor fully integrated into their being. There is an unseen veil, a forgotten truth, an ancient energetic pattern holding them in abeyance. So, let us dismantle that veil now. Let's start there, at the very core of this misunderstanding, with the truth that no one is saying loudly enough, clearly enough, boldly enough. The true reason this profound presence, this cosmic ally, has not yet fully materialized and anchored itself in your physical reality is not, as you might have painfully concluded, because you haven't done enough spiritual work. It is not because you have made too many missteps, too many human mistakes, or taken too many perceived wrong turns on your journey. It is absolutely not because love, in its infinite wisdom and compassion, has forgotten your name, nor is it a sign that the universe is somehow punishing you with a cruel distance and an agonizing delay. Such notions are simply the whispers of an old wound, masquerading as truth. The reason is something far older than this current lifetime. It is something intricately coded and deeply embedded into the very energetic field you carry, a wound so ancient, so subtly, quietly woven into the fabric of your nervous system, your cellular memory, and the deepest chambers of your heart, that you have, over time, stopped recognizing it as a wound at all. Its presence has become so normalized, so integrated, that you have started calling it by other names. You've called it your personality, a defining characteristic of who you are. You've rationalized it as protection, an impenetrable shield against the slings and arrows of a harsh world. You've even elevated it to the status of wisdom, a hard-won lesson from a painful past. But what you've been calling protection is, in reality, a potent interference, a static in your soul's broadcast, actively pushing away the very thing you seek. What you've been calling wisdom is, in truth, a formidable wall, a barrier built brick by invisible brick, standing sentinel between you and the sacred connection that awaits. And the magnificent soul that is divinely destined to walk alongside you in this next transformative phase of your journey, to co-create and expand with you, cannot fully reach you, cannot fully integrate into your reality, cannot fully merge with your energetic field, while that wall remains standing, resolute and unyielding. Here is what this insidious interference looks and feels like from the inside. From the intimate vantage point of your own inner landscape, it often manifests as a deep-seated self-sufficiency that has gone one layer, perhaps several layers, too deep, the kind where you have, unconsciously or consciously, ceased allowing anyone to truly see you in your raw, unfiltered authenticity, because the last time you dared to grant that level of access, something precious and vulnerable inside you shattered in a way that took years, perhaps even decades, of painstaking internal work to repair and integrate. It feels like a profound longing, a yearning that echoes in the silent corners of your soul, that you have learned, with masterful precision, to suppress and push down, not because the longing itself ever truly vanished, but because the very act of wanting something so deeply, something so utterly beyond your immediate control, felt far too dangerous, too destabilizing, too precarious for your wounded spirit to bear. It can also subtly present as spiritual bypassing, a sophisticated defense mechanism where you tell yourself, and perhaps others, that you are perfectly content being alone, that you truly don't need anyone else, that your singular, direct connection to the divine is entirely sufficient for all your needs. Yet, deep in the subterranean rivers of your being, the truth whispers a different story. Your soul specifically chose to incarnate here, in this physical realm, precisely to experience love in its embodied, relational form, a divine dance of connection and co-creation with another. In essence, this interference feels like being simultaneously profoundly ready on a soul level, yet utterly unavailable in practice. Open in theory, in aspiration, in conscious intention, but profoundly closed in the unconscious, energetic reality of your daily life. And here is a deeper, more esoteric layer of truth that almost no one discusses with the clarity and understanding it deserves. Many highly sensitive, awakened souls on the path of spiritual evolution carry what can accurately be described as a starseed wound, a particular poignant ache that originates from an ancestral cellular memory, an innate knowing, on a subatomic level, that you have existed in other dimensions, other star systems, other planes of existence, where connection was effortlessly pure, divinely synchronous, and utterly unconditional. In those ethereal realms, love was never transactional, never burdened by conditions or expectations, and partnership was a sacred mirror, reflecting divine truth rather than a dense, ego-driven power struggle. You remember that exquisite frequency, that untainted resonance, without being able to consciously name it or pinpoint its origin in your current human memory. And when you incarnate into human relationships and inevitably encounter them layered with the dense energies of ego, fear, attachment, and projection, something ancient and pure within you instinctively retreats. This retreat is not because you are inherently incapable of human love, or because you are somehow flawed. It is because a profound, wise part of you adamantly refuses to settle for a counterfeit, diluted, or conditional version of the transcendent love you instinctively know is truly possible. That refusal, that unwavering commitment to authenticity, is inherently sacred, a testament to your soul's integrity. However, if this sacred refusal hasn't been consciously integrated with profound discernment, it inadvertently transforms from a healthy, protective boundary into an impenetrable barrier. Instead of merely filtering out the connections that would genuinely diminish your light or drain your energy, you inadvertently begin filtering out the very connections that could genuinely meet you, nurture you, and catalyze your highest potential, simply because they carry the inevitable imperfections of human embodiment. The cosmic ally who is gracefully approaching your energetic field right now is not just another person, not just a potential partner in the conventional sense. They are, at their core, a precise frequency match to your deepest vibrational signature. They are a soul whose journey has been intricately shaped and refined by similar alchemical fires, ignited by similar profound spiritual remembrances, and driven by a similar unyielding longing for a quality of connection that exists far above the cacophony and noise of ordinary, ego-driven human relating. They are what some ancient traditions and esoteric teachings refer to as a starseed counterpart, a divine being whose energetic presence carries deeply activating properties specifically for your unique soul mission and for your specific, crucial phase of spiritual expansion in this lifetime. But here's the truth that requires your conscious engagement. They cannot fully land in your reality, cannot fully integrate into your life, until you have consciously, deliberately done something specific within your own being. Until you have courageously unlocked the deepest, most protected chambers of your own heart. Chambers that have been sealed, not just by the accumulation of personal trauma and past hurts, but by an ancient, pervasive belief that the immense, boundless love you are truly capable of giving and receiving is either too much for this dense world to contain, or conversely, not enough to truly merit the sacred connection you yearn for. Let this truth reverberate through every cell of your being. Your love is not too much. It is not overwhelming or burdensome. It is exactly, precisely, the right amount. It is perfectly calibrated, perfectly expansive, and perfectly pure. And what is coming, what is being drawn to you, is divinely built to hold it all, to mirror its vastness, to reflect its brilliance, to receive it completely. What you just felt, that quiet, poignant ache mixed with an undeniable flash of recognition, a shiver down your spine, is not a melancholic sadness, It is your soul's inherent frequency remembering, on a primal level, what it came here to truly receive, what it has always known. If this profound transmission stirred something within you that you cannot quite name, a resonance that vibrates deep within your spiritual core, then the divine love frequency code was specifically written, energetically encoded, and delivered for this exact pivotal moment in your transformative journey. It contains 5 sacred Arcturian transmissions, powerful energetic blueprints designed to meticulously dissolve the ancient wounds and persistent blockages that are currently hindering the full arrival of your divine counterpart, and to powerfully activate the pristine, clear signal that will draw them irrevocably closer to you. The link to access this potent activation is thoughtfully provided in the first pinned comment below, but please be aware, it will only remain there for a short, divinely appointed time. The first key, the signal clarification. Your heart must speak in a language the universe can locate. Before your cosmic ally, your starseed counterpart, can fully find their way to you, before their magnetic pull can align perfectly with yours, your energetic signal must be absolutely crystal clear, unobstructed by static or interference. This isn't merely about constructing elaborate vision boards, though such practices have their rightful, conscious place in intention setting. Nor is it solely about reciting daily affirmations, however potent they may be in reshaping conscious thought. This fundamental key delves far deeper. It is about the precise frequency you are broadcasting at the level beneath your conscious thoughts, beneath your overt desires, beneath the very words you utter. It is about the authentic emotional signature that your nervous system emits when no one else is watching, when you are simply existing, unobserved, in the quiet solitude of an ordinary Tuesday afternoon, when you are not performing spiritual confidence or projecting an image of readiness, but simply existing in your raw, unedited, vulnerable self. Most people, without even realizing the subtle yet powerful impact, are broadcasting a mixed, fragmented signal into the universe. They consciously articulate a fervent desire for sacred union, for a profound and enduring partnership. Yet, beneath that conscious desire, within the deepest layers of their emotional body, lies a pervasive saturation of the frequency of lack, a deep-seated feeling of not yet, a haunting, what if it never comes, an underlying exhaustion that whispers, I have been waiting for so long that I no longer fully believe it's truly real or possible for me. And here is a crucial spiritual law. Frequency, the very language of the universe, does not respond to what you merely say you want with your conscious mind. It responds with impeccable precision to what you actually feel in the deepest marrow of your being, the pervasive vibration of your energetic state. Clarifying your signal, therefore, is the profound and delicate work of bringing your deepest emotional truth into impeccable alignment with your soul's undeniable knowing. It necessitates courageously sitting with the uncomfortable fear that often underlies the wanting, acknowledging its presence without judgment or self-recrimination. It requires the sacred act of grieving the love you have already lost, the connections that ended, the dreams that shattered, so that their residual energy is no longer trapped in your energetic field as a festering, open wound, but transmuted into wisdom. And perhaps most powerfully, it requires choosing, again and again, with persistent dedication, to feel the palpable presence of love, to embody the frequency of sacred connection before it manifests in physical form, to practice that high vibration in the quiet sanctuary of your own heart until it seamlessly becomes your default broadcast, your natural state of being. When this first key turns, truly, something fundamental and invisible shifts in the very architecture of your life. You cease the exhausting, desperate chasing, and instead you begin to effortlessly emanate. And what you emanate from that place of authentic resonance, you unfailingly magnetize. The second key, the worthiness recalibration. You are not being tested, you are being prepared. Beneath the surface of almost every spiritual awakening, nestled deep within the psyche, resides a pervasive wound, a silent, insidious voice that speaks in a very specific, self-sabotaging tone. It whispers insidious doubts. Maybe this profound connection, this sacred union, is meant for other, more deserving people, but certainly not for me. Maybe I am too broken, too complicated, too scarred by past experiences, too far from that idealized, perfect version of myself that truly deserves this kind of boundless, unconditional love. This deeply ingrained wound did not merely begin in this lifetime, nor is it solely a product of your personal experiences. It carries the ancestral weight of countless cycles, eons of experience, lifetimes spent in selfless service without adequate reciprocity, moments of profound spiritual expansion, often tragically followed by painful periods of acute isolation, and repeated experiences of being seen clearly in your essence, only to be profoundly abandoned or misunderstood. The persistent echo of this wound reverberates with a singular, fear-laden message. The closer someone comes to truly knowing the unedited, raw fullness of who I am, the more inevitable it becomes that they will eventually leave, that they will retreat from my truth. And so, driven by this deep-seated fear, you meticulously learn to offer a carefully curated version of yourself to the world. A version that was spiritual enough to attract like-minded souls, yet not so overtly radiant or intense that it might overwhelm or intimidate. A version that was loving enough to foster genuine connection, yet simultaneously guarded enough, strategically protected enough, to ensure your survival in the face of potential hurt. This was not a conscious deception, but a subconscious strategy born of self-preservation. The cosmic ally who is gracefully approaching your energetic field, however, is not coming for that carefully managed, edited, or softened curated version. They are coming for the full, unfiltered, unapologetic transmission of who you authentically are, including every single part you've painstakingly been managing, subtly editing, consciously softening, and diligently hiding away in the shadows. Because what truly activates the sacred recognition, the profound resonance between two starseed souls, is not the flawless performance of an imagined wholeness. It is the raw, vulnerable, unfiltered resonance of two beings who have both, through their own arduous journeys, finally stopped pretending, stopped performing, and dared to stand in their unvarnished truth. Worthiness recalibration, therefore, is not primarily about building an external facade of confidence or self-assurance. It is about the courageous, meticulous work of dismantling the mountain of false evidence that has been systematically stacked against your inherent deserving. It involves peeling away, one piece at a time, one deeply ingrained belief at a time, the layers of self-doubt and unworthiness, until what remains, shining brightly beneath all the accumulated debris, is the immutable truth that was always there, woven into the very fabric of your soul from the moment of your genesis. You were born inherently worthy of exactly the kind of boundless, unconditional love you have, until now, been afraid to truly ask for, afraid to truly claim. The third key: the karmic completion. Old agreements must be consciously released. Not every connection that has ultimately left your life, even those steeped in profound pain or sorrow, was a mistake or a failure in the conventional sense. Indeed, many were, in fact, sacred contracts, preordained agreements forged at the soul level before this very incarnation began, meticulously designed to deliver specific, often challenging lessons, to awaken dormant parts of your consciousness, and then, crucially, to consciously complete. The profound issue, the spiritual bottleneck, is that most people do not consciously, deliberately close these energetic contracts. When a relationship, even a deeply significant one, ends in pain, misunderstanding, or unresolved emotional turmoil, the underlying energetic agreement often remains unconsciously open, like a leaky faucet draining precious life force. These open contracts act as energetic anchors, silently draining your vital life force, fragmenting your emotional body, and unconsciously broadcasting a subtle, yet potent signal of unfinished business into the universe. This unresolved frequency can subtly, yet powerfully, delay the joyous arrival of what is truly meant for you. creating energetic turbulence that hinders clear reception. You may be unknowingly carrying energetic residue, lingering imprints from someone who taught you fierce self-reliance at the profound, unspoken cost of your vulnerability. Perhaps from someone who mirrored your deepest wound so perfectly, so intensely, that you tragically confused the raw intensity of the reflection for genuine depth of connection. Or perhaps from someone you loved with an unwavering devotion, a profound commitment that was never fully matched or reciprocated, and whose eventual absence left a hollow, aching place within your heart that you have been unconsciously, tirelessly trying to fill with external validation or transient connections ever since. These past connections, these painful departures, are not failures of your character or your capacity for love. They are, every single one of them, profound completions waiting to be consciously honored, acknowledged, and released. Releasing a karmic contract is not about forgetting the person, nor is it about pretending the connection held no significance or didn't matter. Such denial would only serve to further trap the energy. Instead, it is a conscious, deeply spiritual act of standing firmly in the truth of what that connection ultimately gave you, the lessons it delivered, the growth it catalyzed. It involves acknowledging, with profound honesty, what it could never truly be, what it was never destined to fulfill within your soul's blueprint. And then, with deliberate intention and conscious will, it means gracefully, lovingly, yet firmly, withdrawing your precious energy from that old agreement, severing the energetic ties that bind. This intentional release ensures that the full, magnificent reservoir of your love, your attention, and your energetic availability becomes entirely present and available for what truly comes next, for the divine alignment that awaits. When this third key turns, when these old contracts are truly closed, you will feel a particular, undeniable kind of lightness, a profound sense of liberation, as if something incredibly heavy, something you didn't even consciously realize you were carrying, has finally, gently, been set down, releasing its grip. That palpable sensation is your energetic field clearing itself, purifying its vibration. That is the undeniable signal of your soul beginning to strengthen, to radiate with unbridled clarity and power. The fourth key, the mirror preparation. What you seek must first exist within you. The cosmic ally who is making their way toward you, whose energy is now aligning with yours, does not arrive in your life to complete you, for you are already, intrinsically, a whole and magnificent being. Their arrival is predicated on a different, more profound principle. They arrive because you have consciously begun to embody the very frequency they carry, the very essence of their being. And true, undeniable recognition, that profound resonance, happens when two distinct energetic fields vibrate at precisely the same harmonious tone, singing the same divine song. This truth represents one of the most profoundly misunderstood principles of sacred union, often obscured by romanticized narratives and external seeking. Spiritual seekers, with earnest hearts, spend years, sometimes decades, diligently looking outward for someone who is already whole, perfectly grounded, profoundly spiritually awake, emotionally courageous, and consistently capable of deep, unwavering presence. Yet, in their outward quest, they often neglect to ask the vital, introspective question: am I fully embodying those very same qualities myself? Not as a performance, not as a fleeting aspiration or a hopeful intention, but as a lived, integrated, palpable reality within my own being, in my daily actions, in my quiet thoughts. The mirror principle does not imply that you must achieve an impossible state of perfection before divine love is allowed to grace your life. Such a condition would be antithetical to grace. What it truly means is that the specific qualities you most deeply desire, the virtues you most yearn for in your cosmic ally, must have a corresponding, foundational vibration already existing within you. This inner vibration serves as the energetic anchor, the point of resonance, to which the connection can inextricably bind itself. If you desire someone who is truly, deeply present in every moment, then you must diligently practice full presence in your own life, cultivating a mindful awareness. If you long for someone who leads with an open heart, who lives from a place of compassion and vulnerability, then you must courageously stop allowing fear, ego, or past wounds to continually override your own heart's true wisdom. If you yearn for someone whose love is unconditional, expansive, and free from attachment, then you must, with unwavering commitment, begin loving yourself without conditions, without judgment, without reservation. This profound alignment is not transactional, a quid pro quo exchange of virtues. It is fundamentally tonal. You are not striving to earn the relationship through self-improvement, as if it were a prize to be won. Rather, you are meticulously, lovingly tuning the exquisite instrument of your own being, harmonizing its many strings, so that the sublime resonance of the sacred encounter, the divine symphony of union, becomes not only possible, but utterly inevitable. When this fourth key profoundly turns, something shifts within your orientation to love. You cease looking outside yourself for someone to rescue you from the intricacies or challenges of your own life. Instead, with a renewed sense of purpose and self-sovereignty, you begin the sacred work of building, within your own inner landscape, the kind of vibrant, authentic, and emotionally rich sanctuary that another soul actually wants to enter, to explore, to co-create within. Not because it is devoid of imperfections, but precisely because it is real, alive, radiant, and profoundly full. The fifth key, the presence recognition, meeting beyond the human surface. When your cosmic ally finally arrives, the profound recognition between your souls will not unfold in the dramatic, overtly cinematic way that films and cultural narratives have perhaps taught you to expect. It will not necessarily be an immediate, electrifying jolt of conventional attraction or a thunderclap of undeniable chemistry. It may, in fact, feel strangely, beautifully ordinary on the surface. A simple conversation in an unexpected setting, a fleeting glance across a crowded room, a moment of profound, unexpected depth that emerges organically from what began as a seemingly casual exchange. The magic lies not in the spectacle, but in the subtle resonance. But beneath that seemingly ordinary surface, something extraordinary and undeniable will happen deep within your physical body, bypassing the usual filters of logic and analytical thought. Your nervous system, that intricate network of energetic receptors, will do something it has not done, perhaps ever, in the presence of most other people. It will subtly, yet profoundly, settle. Not from boredom, not from a lack of engagement, but from a profound sense of arrival, of homecoming. It will be the particular, exquisite quality of being utterly met, completely seen, and fully embraced by a frequency that does not, in any way, require you to shrink your light, to perform a role, or to painstakingly explain the intricate nuances of your being. It's the peace of finally dropping a burden you didn't know you were carrying. Starseed recognition is a deeply somatic experience. It is felt first, powerfully and unmistakably, in the center of your chest, in the sacred space of your heart chakra, long before it is logically processed and understood by your analytical mind. It carries with it an ancient quality of remembering. Not nostalgia for a past event in this lifetime, but something far older, more precise, more cellular, almost an ancestral memory. It is as if a profound part of your consciousness, a deep aspect of your soul that has been diligently searching across countless lifetimes and countless dimensions, suddenly, irrevocably turns and whispers with an inner certainty. There it is, the echo of home, the resonance of my origin, the mirror of my truth. The inherent danger in this profound experience is that many highly sensitive souls, having traversed challenging paths, have inadvertently trained themselves to distrust precisely this kind of quiet, undeniable certainty. They have been burned by intense, fleeting connections before, mistaken infatuation for destiny, and so they have learned to be profoundly suspicious of deep, instantaneous recognition. They have developed a habit of explaining it away, rationalizing it as mere projection, dismissing it as wishful thinking, or attributing it to an overactive imagination, thereby inadvertently pushing away the very connection their soul yearns for. This fifth key profoundly turns when you consciously give yourself explicit permission to absolutely trust what your soul instinctively knows, even when your logical mind cannot yet produce any tangible empirical evidence to support that knowing. It turns when you allow the recognition to be authentically real, to exist in its own unique form, without needing it to perfectly match a preconceived template or a romanticized ideal from a movie. And most importantly, it turns when you courageously stay present with the unfolding encounter, moment by moment, allowing its organic development instead of retreating into the safe, yet limiting, confines of analysis, doubt, or intellectual dissection. Trust the subtle whisper, for it speaks the language of the cosmos. The sixth key, the sacred timing surrender. The arrival has its own intelligence. There is a profound, intricate timeline operating beneath the discernible surface of your life, a cosmic clock that does not answer to the urgency of your human desires or the impatient demands of your ego. This is not a cruel twist of fate. It is, in its essence, divine precision, an orchestration of impeccable timing. The specific conditions required for a sacred encounter of this magnitude, for a union of such profound depth and transformative power, are neither simple nor arbitrary. They are meticulously complex, like the alignment of celestial bodies. Two souls must simultaneously reach specific, critical thresholds of readiness, their individual growth paths converging at a single perfect point. Internal work, the deep excavation of self, must reach a particular integrated depth. Karmic completions, the resolution of ancient agreements and debts, must occur in a precise, divine sequence, and the external circumstances of your life, the seemingly mundane events and configurations, must shift into a very specific arrangement that creates the optimal energetic opening for this arrival. You cannot, with all your conscious will or fervent desire, rush this intricate divine process. However, what you can do, with profound impact, is to consciously stop creating resistance to it. Resistance, often born of impatience, fear, or attachment to a specific outcome, acts like a brake, slowing the very momentum you seek to accelerate. Most people, without even realizing the energetic implications, are subtly yet powerfully pushing away the very thing they consciously say they want with all their hearts. This isn't because they genuinely don't desire sacred union. Rather, it's because, on a deeper, often unconscious level, they profoundly fear what such a connection will ultimately require of them. Sacred union, in its truest, most authentic form, does not permit you to stay small, to remain in the comfortable confines of your perceived limitations or past identities. It calls you, unequivocally and fiercely, into the fullest, most radiant expression of your authentic self, activating your highest gifts, aligning you with your deepest soul mission, and demanding a courageous willingness to be genuinely and completely known in all your light and shadow. And some part of every soul, at that formidable threshold of profound expansion, inevitably hesitates, gripped by a primal fear of the unknown. Surrendering to divine timing is not a passive act of resignation or apathy. On the contrary, it is a deeply active, courageous, daily spiritual practice of consciously releasing the tenacious grip of anxiety around the when of the arrival. It involves deliberately redirecting that precious, conserved energy, which was once consumed by worry and anticipation, into the ever-deepening work of your own becoming, your own profound self-evolution. It is the conscious choice to be fully, vibrantly alive in the life you are currently living, with all its present blessings and challenges, rather than perpetually waiting at the metaphorical door, suspended in a holding pattern for a future life that you believe will only truly begin once this sacred encounter manifests. When this sixth key profoundly turns, the deep longing for connection does not magically disappear, but it undergoes a radical, alchemical transformation. It shifts from being a source of pain, ache, or desperate yearning, and instead It becomes a powerful, undeniable fuel for your purpose, a clear, magnetic direction for your soul's compass. And in a beautiful cosmic paradox, the very moment you truly stop needing the arrival to happen on your dictated schedule, the moment you fully surrender the how and the when to divine intelligence, is often the precise moment the intricate cosmic conditions finally complete themselves and the beloved presence gracefully manifests. The seventh key, the open field. Love has no lock when the heart is fully available. All of the preceding keys, every step of this profound journey, inevitably lead here to this ultimate destination. A heart that is genuinely, completely, unequivocally open. Not merely performing openness, not open with carefully constructed conditions, unspoken caveats, or hidden asterisks. Not open while still maintaining a secret, impenetrable chamber of protection, a vault of vulnerability that you promise yourself you'll only unlock for someone once they have proven themselves worthy enough, safe enough, committed enough. No, this final key demands a heart that is fully, courageously open, fully available, fully trusting, with a primal, unshakable faith in the boundless, intelligent love that is already eternally encoded in your soul's immaculate blueprint, a love that has always been and will always be. This is the seventh, and arguably the most demanding key of the entire journey, precisely because it asks you to make yourself utterly available to love before you have any tangible physical proof that this love will not, once again, inflict pain upon you. It asks you to choose vulnerability, not as an act of naivety or foolishness, but as the most profoundly courageous spiritual act available to a human being, a sacred offering of your truest self. It asks you to grasp, at the deepest level of your understanding, that the very safety you have been so diligently, painstakingly trying to create by keeping your heart carefully managed, strategically guarded, and meticulously protected, is, in its profound irony, the very mechanism that has consistently kept sacred union just outside your reach, hovering at the periphery of your energetic field. The cosmic ally who is gracefully moving into your field cannot, by divine law, enter a closed room. The universe, in its perfect alignment, cannot deliver a precise frequency match into a life where the deepest, most sacred chambers of the heart are still locked from the inside, their keys held tight in the grip of fear. The final, overarching invitation of this entire transformative journey is not to undertake more strenuous spiritual work, to complete more healing, or to become more spiritually advanced or enlightened in some external measure. It is, in its beautiful simplicity and profound power, simply to open the door, to make the conscious, resolute decision with every fiber of your being that you are finally done protecting yourself from the very thing you explicitly came here to experience, to embody, to share, to revel in, to declare, with your whole body, with every radiant frequency you carry, with the full, unbridled power of your soul's truth. I am here. I have been here all along, waiting, preparing, becoming, and I am no longer afraid of the magnificent, boundless love I was divinely made for. Come. Here is what must be said with absolute clarity, placed squarely at the center of everything, a truth to anchor your spirit. You have not, for a single moment, been abandoned by love, nor forgotten by the benevolent forces of the cosmos. Instead, you have been held, with infinite wisdom and compassion, in a kind of sacred suspension, precisely the way a precious seed is held in a profound stillness, nestled deep within the fertile earth, before the soil reaches the exact optimal temperature and moisture level required for it to courageously crack open, shed its old casing, and begin its determined ascent toward the light. That sacred suspension, that period of profound gestation, has undeniably felt like pervasive loneliness. It has felt, at times, like a profound personal failure. It has felt, on the darkest, most desolate nights of the soul, like irrefutable evidence that you are somehow outside the reach, beyond the grasp, of the kind of love that seems to effortlessly find everyone else. But here is what the darkness, in its limiting perspective, did not, and could not tell you, because it could not afford to reveal such empowering insight. Every single moment of that profound suspension, every quiet hour, every challenging day, has been meticulously activating something deeply precious within you that absolutely could not have been activated in any other way. It has forged your profound capacity for emotional and spiritual depth. It has honed your fierce refusal to accept anything less than authentic, soul-level connection, a refusal to settle for substitutes. It has cultivated your extraordinary ability to sit patiently inside profound uncertainty, without dissolving into despair, without losing your center. And most importantly, it has nurtured your growing intimacy with your own magnificent soul, your own radiant inner light, your own unshakable inner knowing, making you a beacon unto yourself. These invaluable qualities are not mere consolation prizes, nor are they secondary benefits. On the contrary, these are the specific, indispensable qualities that make sacred union, a true merging of evolved souls, utterly possible and powerfully sustainable. Because the kind of profound, transformative love that is now moving toward you, that is aligning with your field, requires a person who has been courageously forged, not broken into fragments, not hardened into impenetrable stone, but genuinely tempered, like fine steel, by the refining heat of real living, by the crucible of real longing, and by the persistent, conscious choice to stay open anyway, to remain vulnerable, even when every fiber of your being urged you to close down. The sacred presence that is moving toward you now is not ordinary in any sense of the word. They too have been through their own unique forge, their own trials by fire. They carry their own radiant light in their own distinct way, shaped and refined by their own arduous path of preparation, their own profound initiations. And that meticulously crafted path has been converging, with divine precision, with yours across a vast distance and an intricate timeline that your linear human mind cannot fully map or comprehend. But your wise, expansive soul knows the intricate geometry of it, the divine blueprint that connects you. Your soul has always known, since the very beginning of your journey. And what is being asked of you now is not more waiting, not more passive expectation. It is a different, more empowered quality of presence, within the wait. It is the conscious willingness to stop treating your current life, with all its richness and lessons, as a mere holding pattern, a preliminary stage before your real life finally begins. It is the radical shift to start recognizing, with profound gratitude and awareness, that the powerful activation, the divine preparation, is already happening, in you, through you, as you, right now in this very sacred moment. The unfolding is now. The profound, courageous work you've done on yourself, the deep internal excavation and healing, is not, and never has been, wasted effort. Every painful layer you've cleared, every limiting belief you've bravely questioned and dissolved, every morning you chose to lean into hope instead of succumbing to bitterness, that is not mere backstory. That is the meticulous, sacred preparation. That is your authentic signal becoming undeniably cleaner, vibrantly stronger, and utterly impossible for your cosmic ally and the universe to miss. Tonight, or whenever the quiet, reflective space finds you, wherever you are, place your hand gently yet firmly on your heart. Feel it beating, not merely as a biological function, but as a vibrant, rhythmic transmission. Feel it as a powerful, unwavering signal, broadcasting across whatever remaining energetic distance there may be between you and the sacred presence that is coming, that is already here in spirit. And then, say, aloud if you feel moved, or in the profound, silent sanctuary of your own chest, I am here. I have been here all along, ready and becoming. And I am no longer afraid of the magnificent, boundless love I was exquisitely made for. I claim it. I receive it. I welcome it. Let that profound frequency be the energetic signature you carry into sleep, permeating your aura. Let that powerful declaration saturate your entire field as your physical body rests and renews, and as your wise soul continues its vital, deeper work in the subconscious currents of the night. Because something profoundly intelligent is listening. Something has always been listening, attuned to the deepest vibrations of your being. And the answer, the divine counterpart you seek, is already, irrevocably on its way, held in the perfect, sacred timing of the cosmos. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real from your heart journey, then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This isn't content. It's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You're not just watching, you're healing. This is your sacred space. And we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.